Welcome, everyone.
What would you do if you had my life? Work like me, had them stripes. Would you go hard just to have that ice? But I just fell trying to have that price. Any yo cooking about to add that spice. Nowadays dudes never had that fight. When it push bill, better burst your pipes. What would you do if you had my life? Work like me, had them stripes. Would you go hard just to have that ice? But I just fell trying to have that price. Any yo cooking about to add that spice. Nowadays dudes never had that fight. When it push bill, better burst your pipes.
The WNBA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by the SGPN app. Get all of our picks and podcasts for free with the SGPN app. Yes, sir. We are back with another edition of the WNBA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. No me, no the voice, and the guy. It's me, really raw, feeling raw. Terrell Furman Jr. here at your service. Wow, 4 overtimes? 4? 1, 2, 3, 4?
Yeah, I would say it almost went to a fifth, but then somebody missed a free throw at the end, so that eliminated that dream. But yeah, painful loss though for the Fire. They made every single clutch shot just to miss the layup at the end to win the game. But hell of a game.
4? 4 overtimes. Like, that's what you're selling me on? 4? That's crazy. What else happened? Fever beat up on Sparks. The Dream lost
Sparks are
outright to Seattle.
Yeah. Sparks are terrible. I mean, nothing else to say. They give up 100 points to everybody at this point.
Shout out to the Mercury. Cashing outright on the road in Toronto. Mercury, I see it. They play better ball. They just keep getting bit by whatever, like whether it's injury, personal reason, whatever reason for somebody to not be a suspension, whatever reason for somebody not to be on the court, there's always a reason for them not to be on the court. But the Mercury play well. So shout out to them. Cash that plus 180. By the time I tip, plus 180 as a dog. What else do I want to talk about around the league while I have my time before I introduce my co-host here? Valkyries, very, very good ball. Playing very, very good ball recently. Shout out to my Valkyries. Connecticut got a win. Shout out to them. And Chicago was actually kind of decent in that game. Not going to lie.
Scored a bunch of points. They couldn't play any defense, but, game was close.
Oh, and Paige versus Olivia?
Yeah.
Interesting. Gonna follow that storyline a lot more as their careers go on. See if that pops back up again. All right. I think that was a nice around the league. Scott, Studio Reichel. Scott, what's going on?
Scotty, beat me up.
Surprise.
Felt good. Nice sweep for the last episode. Had the over in the Fever game, which was with you as we double locked it. That was never in doubt. And I had Copper to go over her points, and she got there. I had the over. I took an alt number. It got there plus 140. You could have gone all the way up to like 24 and a half, got higher. Like I forgot what she had, 27 in the end. Like she had a monster game, so that worked out well for me. So a nice sweep, and overall pretty fun weekend in the W. And now, of course, we have one standalone game. Massive injury news we'll get into in a second. But looking forward to it, Aces versus Liberty.
Yes, some pretty massive injury news we are going to talk about. It's just so funny that we've now this is a completely different iteration of this rivalry that we are seeing, where DeMarco is now head coach and you have Satu on the team. Well, on the team now, technically. LeBron James informs the Lakers he will play elsewhere next season.
Yeah, he's going to go to Golden State. I think we all knew that already. Once Draymond, who we know is obsessed with LeBron, took a pay cut, I kind of just assumed that LeBron was just going to be taking the extra money.
But I feel like I just saw something that said because they just gave Porzingis that deal, it takes them out of the ability to sign Bron.
Depends on what contract Bron wants. He can take a discount and get whatever he wants. But I also anytime you say that's like 2 years, $40 million, I never know what's guaranteed. Like, I doubt that all 40 is guaranteed for Porzingis. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure there's some incentives in there. So we'll see what happens. But I expected him to go to the Warriors once Draymond took the pay cut and opted out. Well, the Lakers are probably going to might get Duran. So, they're going to try to go elsewhere with their money.
I just cannot. I can't. Well, for diehard Lakers fans, like actual true diehard Lakers fans, you just got a major discount on tickets.
I still am not even sure if Lakers fans actually like LeBron or not.
I'm pretty sure diehard ones don't.
I think diehard fans don't either, but he did win a title. Then again, people don't exactly count the bubble as the same. I don't care either way. I think a title.
And also when people say that, I just want to say, I thought the Lakers were on a very good trajectory before COVID happened.
They were. The point is, though, it allowed AD.
Like LeBron, we were talking about LeBron before COVID happened, winning another MVP.
No, they were like 18-2 to start the season or something.
And it was the fact that Giannis got the break of COVID and got to finish out the season, because Giannis was going to be out for a good rest of the season. LeBron was supposed to win that MVP. Like, I understand not respecting the bubble title because I get it, but also we're not surprised the Lakers won a championship that year.
It's a unique set of circumstances, but the Lakers were a great team all season. Like, I don't really put an asterisk next to it, but some people do. And if you hate LeBron and you're even anti-LeBron or just seriously a fan of Kobe, and you want to use that as somewhat of a negotiating or a type of debate point between the two of them, then you can use it as, well, that one was not a real one, if you want to discredit LeBron. I think Lakers fans had enough, personally, but I'm not going to call his LeBron tenure a failure, but I think people expected more than one ring. But one's better than zero.
So add LeBron to that Warriors team. Do they beat San Antonio? Do they beat?
No,
OKC?
They're losing in the second round tops. And we're assuming, and those rumors they were considering getting Anthony Davis.
They can't get one more run? Like it's like the Avengers came into town and they can't get one more run?
I legitimately don't know what Draymond's spacing purpose will be if LeBron's on the same team. What is Draymond supposed to do? He's going to be used as a hub again? Like, how are you going to do that when you have LeBron on the team? What the hell is Draymond going to do?
I think they can figure it out.
I think they can figure it out, but I also don't trust the durability concerns involving basically the entire roster at this point.
Oh yeah, no, literally actually the entire roster. There's a good chance they all could be out.
this team would go crazy in NBA 2K20. Be a phenomenal team. No, look, I think they'll be respectable, but I don't think they're going to be a serious threat in the West, because defensively, I don't think LeBron gives you anything at this point in his career. And you throw him with Curry, you throw him with a couple other guys that are past the prime, I'd say. I have serious doubts. But it's a good story. You get to see LeBron and Curry play together.
What if he goes somewhere else, though?
I think he's going to Golden State, but where else would he go?
No. It probably is Golden State.
I just don't know how many options he has anymore. Like, the Heat can't afford him. The Cavs, maybe?
Yeah, but why would you want to go to the Cavs?
That's my point. So, I don't know what spots you have. Golden State makes sense because he can stay in California, doesn't have to relocate the family, and he also gets to play with Steph, which I'm sure he always wanted to do.
And I think if we gave like odds for a title, I would give the Warriors a higher odds for the title with LeBron rather than the Cavaliers.
Even though the East should be easier, I think I'd probably agree. Analytically speaking, the Cavs have a better chance of winning a title.
Yeah.
Analytically speaking.
All right. Sorry for that breaking news drop. Well, I was happy to play the breaking news drop, actually, but
I don't know if I care much. I mean, the Lakers are always going to be, for the sake of the NBA, a team that people love to either hate or support. And Golden State's turned into that as well. But, do I think that this moves the needle? No, I really don't. I think the West is deep, and I think the Spurs and the Thunder, especially the Thunder, are the best team.
I just think, Luka's just back in the same situation. It's at this point, it's Luka.
Pretty much. And we know Luka defensively and health-wise can still be concerning. But you have Luka and Reeves, so, we'll see what happens.
Luka may never win a championship.
I have said that for a while. I think he might never win an MVP, which is a separate conversation that people have not been ready to have for the last couple of years. But I've been ahead on the Luka thing so far. But, of course, he wins one. Suddenly, I just go from winning to losing completely. But I don't know. I think Luka still has issues with his game, and he doesn't play any defense. And he's injured all the time. So there are some issues to be had, but
why don't they go for Jalen Duren then? Why don't I? If I were the Lakers, I would make a full-on push for some type of sign and trade for Jalen Duren from the Pistons, and just if it's gonna be Luka, we're gonna buy into Luka and we're gonna give Luka exactly what he asked for.
I think that's the point. That's why the Lakers are rumored to be interested in Duren. I know that Ayton picked up his option, which I'm sure will get flipped because of salary purposes, but yeah. I think Duren probably ends up on the Lakers.
Yeah, I would literally be on the phone with Detroit. Yeah,
they already have
to get Duren. All right, making sure. Okay, where are we at here? Let's get back to WNBA. Shout out to the NBA for that random. I just love when the NBA and WNBA when they just decide to randomly drop news. It's always fun. All right. Well, before we get to the reason we are all here, I gotta remind everybody to go check out the MLB Gambling Podcast wherever you get your podcast. 162. That's how many games is in the
It's
MLB
always been
season?
162, yeah.
Oh my God.
I mean, they play basically almost every day, but
yeah, that's Jesus Christ. 162 games, Scott. Y'all are doing it over there at the MLB Gambling Podcast. Make sure you go check them out wherever you get your podcasts. Also, hey, Circa, greatest NFL handicapping contest, is back and better than ever with 30 million in prizes, 20 million for Circa Survivor, 6 million for Circa Million, and 4 million for Grandissimo. Sign up in Nevada, play from anywhere. Circa Sportsbook now takes Bitcoin. And hey, you can get 15% off your stay at Circa with promo code SGP15. Make sure you go use that proxy service as well, footballcontest.com. Use that promo code SGPN to get $50 off your proxy fees. And come out to Circa for contest weekend, August the 27th through the 29th. Use that proxy service. Use that stay at Circa and hang out with Sean Ryan and all the guys. We're also brought to you by Underdog. We'll drop our Underdog lineup at the end of the show for this game. But hey, get in on the World Cup and MLB action over there at Underdog right now, picking higher or lower your favorite players' fantasy stats. Hey, they also have spreads, money lines, totals, and parlays also available over there at Underdog. Underdog's got an awesome offer for new customers. Play just $5. Get $50 in bonus funds when you sign up with that promo code NBASGPN. All right. Well. Yet another title game we are here talking about, Scott. The Las Vegas Aces are on the road going to play the New York Liberty in the finals of the Commissioner's Cup Championship. $500,000 is up for grabs. I believe that's the pot here, Scott.
Yeah.
It's a lot to talk about here. The line, New York Liberty laying 6.5. Total, 173.5. I think I guess you may be thinking, oh, wow, this is like pretty big. Yes, because the line opened at Liberty laying 3, and it was 172. However, major injury news here for the Aces as Asia Wilson is out with a leg injury tonight for this game. She will not be playing. Dana Evans, who is still out, and Satu Sabali is out as well on the. Now, I have to say, I think there are some that are like, oh, wow. Well, it's a clear-cut no-brainer. You got to take the New York Liberty here. They beat the Aces in Las Vegas, I want to add. What was that? Literally a week ago. About a week ago. It was what, 87-76?
Yeah.
Not as close as you really would think. And Liberty were pretty much in control. So, and that's with Asia Wilson on the court.
Also want to point out, even though this is a title game for, a decent amount of money, it is a home game for the Liberty. Just keep that in mind. It's not going to be a neutral site game in Elmont like we saw in the past. It's actually a home game in the Barclays.
It is. I would like to say I will not be taking the Liberty in this spot.
Okay. Would you have taken them before Asia got ruled out, or you didn't like them either way?
I could have been considered. No. I wouldn't have liked them either way. But I will definitely not believe in them in this spot. 100%. And her being ruled out actually, like, now it's a money line play for me.
Nobody believes in us type of game.
Not only nobody believes in us, the Liberty. So what happened in the beginning of the season, Scott, with the Liberty? They very much lost to the fire. They've taken a number of L's over the course of this season that we have sat there, we've scratched our heads, and we've said, really?
Yeah.
Most notably to the Storm recently. So you think that I'm not afraid that Asia's not playing in this game. I actually think that might have taken a little bit of fire out of them. And it also might lead to more of ball movement on the offensive side of ball, getting the best absolute shot and better actual overall efficiency, at least for a game. Because the players also still know what's at stake here, which is money, bread, and the fact to stick it to this Liberty team. On their home court again, like, I think that this is going to be still the level of a playoff game where I get you're now missing your star player, but I just expect the team to just step up in ways that I don't know if Chris DeMarco, who questionable as a head coach, as we have said before, I don't know if he's ready for that moment.
I'm not sure either. I see my Wi-Fi keeps cutting out, by the way, so you think you just take over while I try to reset this?
Yeah, I can. Absolutely. And so to get back to different points of the game, one major aspect that it was not there in the last game this season that is going to be there tonight, even though Asia is not there, is that Kennedy Carter did not play in that first game. Now, with Asia out of the lineup, Kennedy Carter, when she comes onto the court, is going to have full autonomy to do whatever the hell she wants. And I don't think that it's anybody on that Liberty side of ball, honestly, that can stop her from doing that. She'll get to the line. She'll get to the spot. She'll get to the rim. She'll push the pace of this team, and they're going to run. They're going to run up and down the court. And that's not the game the Liberty play. At this point in the season, the Liberty are 12th. Of how many teams in the WNBA? 12th in pace. This Aces team is going up and down the court today, and I think that that's going to force the Liberty into an awkward style game that ultimately leads to them missing a lot of shots, rushing their offensive sets, and ultimately playing that disgusting brand of Liberty basketball that I hate to see. Like, I don't know. I really have sold myself on an angle that the Aces just completely show up here with Asia out of the game.
Yeah, I think I'll agree with you to some degree. I'm not sure if the Liberty end up losing this game outright, but I think 6.5's a lot. I get Asia's the best player of all time in this league, but at the same point, do I think Parker Tyus and Smith can do a decent job of filling the void and not getting totally killed by John Quill and Brianna? Yeah, I think they can do an okay job. Do I think Kennedy Carter could have a monster game? Sure. I think Gray could step up. I think that Jackie can step up. And the Aces, of course, have won multiple titles because the team is still stacked. Asia is the big piece of that, but I'm not going to suddenly write off the Aces entirely. But the Liberty, do I think there's a potential let up mentally? Yes, there's a lot of money at stake, but the Liberty are in this title game basically every single year. I think they've made the Commissioner's Cup title game in every year, correct?
No. Well, what was it? Last year was Lynx Fever last year, wasn't it?
Oh, no, you're right. Sorry, they missed last year. My bad. But then they lost to the Lynx the year before that. Correct. So sorry about that. But
and then there was one year where it was like Sky Aces one year. So
I don't recall that. But they've been in it before. So this isn't exactly a new environment for both teams. But I do wonder if the Liberty look at the injury report and go, oh, Asia's out. We're going to get some free money tonight. And then they just wake up and they're down 10 in the second quarter. Like, I can see that too. But I'm not really a fan of how the Liberty have played. You could argue that Seattle was obviously the letdown of all letdown spots. But then they got smacked by the Valkyries in their next game too. Yes, the Valkyries are good at home, especially, but I'm not a fan of how they've been playing. I think DeMarco, the jury's still out on. I'll put it this way, not been impressed so far with this team. So I think 6.5's a lot. I think the Liberty might win the game, but I will not immediately tell you it's free money on the Liberty. That's disrespectful to the Aces. So I don't mind the Aces plus 6.5.
And it's like this is the first home game after a West Coast trip where they played 4 games on the West Coast. Like, you go Valkyries, Storm, Aces, and Sparks. You're traveling up and down the West Coast here. First home game after that. And then you add the fact that add one extra home game on top of that. Or even scratch that. Go to their last 5 road games. They're 1-4 ATS. Like, they just came off a ugly road trip. Went back home, played the Mystics, lost outright. What brand? Like, the Liberty are not playing their best basketball right now. Sabrina is trying to work her way back from this injury. I don't think that she's just a guarantee every single night. I think that maybe Jonquel Jones and Stewie are your best bets, but like, the bench isn't performing. Satu's not on the court. Like, the Liberty have their own problems. I just think 6.5 is a lot of points, and I understand that A'ja Wilson is probably the best player ever to touch a basketball. But I don't see it. I think the Aces are going to play really fast here and throw this team off, and I just don't think that DeMarco's going to have enough adjustments for whatever Becky Hammond has to play in tonight, because they know that she's not playing in this game, and they're still going out there planning to win. The Aces are a much better first half team this season, so it's going to be potentially Liberty playing from behind, trying to get back into this game. This season, the Aces are 12-6-1 in the first half, along with 7-3-1 on the road this season in the first half, versus the Liberty, who are 8-11-1 in the first half and 3-6-1 as a home favorite in the first half. Like, shouts out to the money baller. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't see it. I don't see it here. I don't see it. I don't see. I think everybody is on the Liberty. Like, I wonder. I don't even know where money splits are, but I would think people are betting Liberty. But like, I just don't see it. I don't want to back this Liberty team right now. Maybe this is the game that they go out there and they have this great overall game. They win by 20. That's what they're supposed to do. They haven't shown me that in like 2 weeks straight. I don't want to bet on that tonight.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't mind going contrarian here. I think everyone's on the Liberty. I think the Aces are an experienced team that's been here before, and I think that they can definitely frustrate this Liberty team. I think Hammond's a better coach. Not a hot take. I've not been a fan of DeMarco so far this season. So, yeah, I'll pick the Aces to find a way to hang in there. So I don't mind the Aces plus the points. Still not sure if they win, but I can definitely see this being a very close game late.
All right, we're both on aces. I'm on aces money line.
Okay.
I'm on the money line at plus 210. I think that is a good price. There is a lot at stake, and we've seen the dogs come into these Commissioner Cup games and go out there and be able to win outright. So I'm playing the aces money line.
Okay.
Totals at 174 and a half now, Scott. Some 174 and a halfs out there.
I mean, I think it's very tricky because usually you'd expect, winner take all. You like the under, except the aces we saw have a track meet against the Sky. I can see them having a high scoring, I'd say, game here. It depends on pace. Like,
I mean, who's slowing them down?
Well, it comes down to pace, though. Like, do the aces want to play fast, or are the Liberty going to try to slow the game down?
So let's look at the entirety of the season. The Aces are running the seventh fastest pace in the season. The Liberty are all the way down at 12. Let's get back in. Let's cut that into So in the last 5 games where the Liberty is starting to kind of get some players back and they're kind of tinkering with things, 13th fastest pace. Aces have slowed it down a lot here. They're all the way back down to 12 in their last 5 games. And I think that's where things are going to change for them with no Asia. You can't play slow in the half court because you don't have her back there anchoring your defense. And you can't just go to her on offensive sets. So I think that they're about to start trying to force turnovers. Aces at the turnover rate forced is fifth best in the league at forcing turnovers in the past 5 games. So I think they're going to start forcing turnovers, pushing the pace, running up and down the court, rebound, run. I think that's what's going to happen.
All right, I think I'm going to go under. I thought about the over there, but the Liberty's lack of pace, I think, is really the driving factor here. It's not even the Aces missing Asia. Yes, of course, that's a big deal, but I do think the Liberty are going to try to make this game physical. I think they'll try to really frustrate the Aces because of it. And for that reason, I do think you're looking at what could be a lower scoring game than people expect. We saw the last meeting turn into a bit of a rock fight by comparison. And a big reason was the Liberty defensively. It just felt like brought a certain physicality that the Aces were not really ready to deal with. And that game turned out to be a complete rock fight. I mean, the Liberty's last game against the Valkyries landed in the 140s. I know the Valkyries, of course, are a team that tend to play a lot more low-scoring games. But that Aces matchup landed 163. They only gave up 76 points. I think that this defense can definitely give the Aces problems. So I'm going to go with the under. I think that this total is a bit low for a reason, but the last meeting did land 163. So you actually do need about a 10-point, 11-point bump without the best player in the history of the league. So I'll go with the under, but I can understand why you consider an over. I'll put it that way. But agree to disagree, I guess.
Yeah. I'm on over. I think that also the Aces can give up some points, and Stewie and Jonquil should be able to do their part and boost up the total there. So, all right, player props, Scott. I mean, there's one that I know.
I mean, I know we're going to agree on it. We're going to go with, of course, Kennedy to have a monster.
Dude, she could walk into like 2025 easy into this game. Like, there's if you're Becky Hammond, what are you telling her? Like, at this point, she has to be like in the locker room biting people, cursing them with hexes. Like, at this point, if this was whatever people are talking about, it could have been a soft benching, like a quiet suspension, whatever issue she could possibly have it in the locker room can be fixed by just giving her the ball and telling her to go out there and go hoop tonight.
And she looked fine in the last game.
Like, what's her prop at?
I can look it up.
Let me see here. Because I
see 12.5, which is just insane. She only played 15 minutes or so last game, but she's going to have to play more, I'm assuming, if they decide to, try to actually win the damn game. So 12.5 is the default number for Kennedy.
Yeah, that's 12.5. All right, so add Kennedy Carter to the card. What else here, Scott? no Asia also means the ball's also going to be a lot in Jackie Young's hand, and they're going to be asking her to score. And Jackie Young, I can say from experience, I've seen Jackie Young come into Barclays and shoot the hell out of the basketball. Like, just absolutely be completely on fire, unconscious from three type thing. So I like Jackie Young to go out there and have a really good game.
Yeah, I can get behind that. I mean, we're thinking that the Aces supporting cast steps up, so I can get behind that.
Yeah, so Kenny Carter, 12.5 points. Jackie Young, I would play. I think I'll just play the points, 19.5. I was considering a PRA. I think that Jockwell Jones over 15.5 points is a really good play. I think that's very low, and she can cruise into a nice 17, 18, maybe even a 20-point game here with just the fact of this is a former MVP, and there's now a significant drop defensively in size that's normally physical with their guarding her. Melissa Smith and Parker Tyus are going to have their hands filled trying to stop Jockwell Jones and Stewie. So ultimately, I like Stewie to go over her points prop as well. I think they're going to do their part. It's the third member that I do not think that could potentially show up here. She just hasn't looked the same yet and trying to work her way back. And that's Sabrina. That's the one that I'm questionable on today.
Yeah, I think that this is just going to be a fun game. I'm expecting the stars to show up.
All right. Let's see here. We got Lock, Dog, do our underdog lineup as well. But first, let's go talk to the people about Kalshi. Hey, Kalshi, you could trade spread, money line, totals, futures, all of that and more. And they're available in a whole bunch of different states. Make sure you go check out Kalshi right now. New Kalshi customers get $10 when they use that promo code SGPN. That's Kalshi, Kalshi, promo code SGPN. And we're also brought to you by Rhythm, your official data tool for dominating MLB, WNBA, golf, and the World Cup. You can let their models help you cash in and dominate the books, or you can get a 7-day free trial over there to tail their models, or build your own models over there at Rhythm. Promo code SGPN when you download Rhythm and get 25% off your first month. Download Rhythm and get 25% off your first month with promo code SGPN25. That's SGPN25. That's that promo code. Get 25% off your first month over there. That's SGPN25. And check out Rhythm, who has what is this? Is this a smart signal? Oh, smart signal detected under 3.5 assists for Breanna Stewart. Make sure you go check them out over there at Rhythm. All right, Scott. Lock, dog, underdog, lock. I'm not going to double up. Katie Carter over 12.5 points. It's childish. Childish line. Do they not watch the games? Dog. Aces. Plus 210 on the money line. Get the win. Collect the money. Even in the absence of the best player ever. Scott.
Okay. I know what my dog's going to be. The question is, what lock do I actually want? Because there are a couple of options I can go with, but do I think the game goes under? The more I'm thinking about it, the more I might be interested in it. But you know what? I think I'll go with a different play instead. I actually don't mind John Quell under on her 3-pointers at 1.5. I don't mind it. She's recently been a bit hot from 3, but I don't know if I want to lock this up or not, because the Aces have done a great job over the years of guarding her from 3, but that, of course, involved Asia playing. So that's kind of fence here about this one. You know what? I'm going to trust my instincts here. Give me the under in the game. I understand the Aces might play a bit faster, but we just saw this game be a bit low scoring. I think the Liberty defense does give this team problems more often than not, and I think the physicality can give them an issue. Plus, you have the money at stake. I can see nerves playing a factor. I'll go for the under in this game at around 2. I see, 173.5, give or take. Is that the number you see?
Oh, wait. I'm sorry. You said 170.
What's the total you see? 173.5?
So there's 174s out there.
Cool. So I'll go for the 174 as my lock. Give me the under
And a
on
half.
that one. Okay, so 174.5 under as my lock. For the dog, I'm going with same thing as you, Kennedy, but give me the 14.5 points plus 136.
They're so childish. Like,
Yeah, deal with it.
They do not be watching games. All right, underdog. Let's see here, underdog. Be good to us. Well, I mean, we've been hot, low key, but be good. I'm not, not gonna, but be good to me. Be good to me. What do we want to do? We're just throwing Kennedy in the underdog lineup, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Hire Kenny Carter.
I'm fine with putting Jackie in there. I mean, we said before we think she shows up in this game.
Okay, so Jackie's at 19.5 points. Well, let me peek over at the points and assists. 26.5.
It's a little high.
So just the points.
Yeah, I think so.
Jackie, Kennedy do a bunch of the scoring. It makes sense. What's the three? Wait, let me peek over at the threes. Three saying it's probably
what's that, like 2.5?
Yeah, 2.5. Yeah.
Any preference? Points or threes? We
We
can do the threes. I'm fine with that. If you want to do the threes.
I have seen her. Let's hold on. Wait 1 second. All right. Let's look into this really quickly. Jackie Young. How have you been doing? And 3 there, 0, 0, 2, 0, 1, 1. Okay, no. It's the points. Without Asia. I'm not gonna overthink it. Okay, higher, 19.5 points. Jackie Young. Add that into it. All right, we got to come back with a Liberty side of ball. Stewie is probably the easy answer, but yeah, you were kind of on the lower on the three. Well, I don't really care for the threes. I think that the threes is fine because why would you shoot threes?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Jonquel.
I mean, she has been in good form.
I think Jonquel can literally stay around the rim. There's no point in stepping out to the 3-point line anyway.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Like, just go stay in the room. All right, so we're Jonquel?
Sure, that's fine.
Wait. It's at 14.5 here, too. All right.
Okay.
Kenny Carter, higher, 12.5 points. Jackie Young, higher, 19.5 points. Jonquel Jones, higher, 14.5 points. 5.82x. $100 gets you $582 over there at Underdog Fantasy. Make sure you use that promo code NBA SGPN. Scott, anything else for the people before we get up out of here?
Not really. Back once again Thursday afternoon. Think we are basically going to be doing shows now at noon. Probably not going to do shows night before, so keep an eye out for that. We should be doing like day of certain games at like noon.
Yep. Sounds good. So yeah, Thursday noon. Talk about Thursday slate. Throw in some games
and
on the Friday slate. Yep, yeah. Thursday and Friday slate. All right. He's at Reichel Ready. I'm at ___. Make sure you give us a follow at SGPN NBA, YouTube.com/NBA Gambling Podcast. That's where you can find us. And hey, give us a 5-star rating and review wherever you get WNBA Gambling Podcast. And with that, that is it. I have nothing else to say, nothing else to do. No other way of ending podcast, just gonna end it like this. Yes, ladder Katie Carter. You should be laddering Kenny Carter today. Kenny Carter, you can get 15 plus points, plus 132, 18 plus points at plus 247, shop around, 20 plus points at plus 362, 25 plus points at plus 950. If it happens, you're gonna feel like you're gonna laugh if it happens and you don't bet on it. But hey,